This parrot has a secret weapon hidden inside its mouth. It's a paintbrush, and it uses it to drink its food. This is the lorikeet, and specifically the famous Rainbow Lorikeet of Australia. It is the noisy, hyperactive, and unbelievably colorful party animal of the bird world. They are a flash of color and a blast of sound wherever they go. I'm going to show you the amazing secret of their specialized tongue and reveal the strange reason these beautiful birds sometimes seem to get drunk. First, you just have to admire the colors. The Rainbow Lorikeet looks like an artist just threw every bright color they had onto one bird. They have a deep blue head, a green back and wings, and a chest that looks like a fiery sunset, all orange and yellow. They are impossible to miss. And their diet is just as unique as their looks. Unlike most parrots that have big, strong beaks for cracking open nuts and seeds, lorikeets are nectarivores. They survive mostly on a liquid diet of nectar and pollen that they get from flowers. But that presents a problem. How do you drink sticky liquid out of a deep flower? You can't just bite it. You need a specialized tool. And that tool is their tongue. A lorikeet's tongue is one of the weirdest and coolest adaptations in nature. The very tip of it isn't smooth. It's covered in dozens of tiny, hairy bristles called papillae. When the lorikeet sticks its tongue into a flower, this little brush at the end soaks up the nectar through capillary action. It works exactly like a tiny paintbrush dipping into paint. Then the bird pulls its tongue back in, squeezes it against the roof of its mouth, and drinks the nectar. It's an incredibly clever and efficient way to live on a high-sugar diet, so they are perfectly designed to live on flower power. But what happens when that diet goes wrong? What happens when the flowers seem to fight back? This leads us to a really strange mystery that happens in Australia every year. It's a condition called lorikeet paralysis syndrome. For a few months, hundreds of lorikeets are found on the ground, unable to fly, looking confused, clumsy, and for lack of a better word, drunk. Vets and wildlife rescue groups are overwhelmed with sick birds. So what's causing it? No one knows for sure, but there are a few main theories. The leading one is that they are eating something toxic. It could be that the nectar in a certain type of flower is fermenting in the heat, creating natural alcohol and getting the birds drunk. Another idea is that they are eating a plant or a fruit that contains a natural toxin that messes with their nervous system. It's a mystery that scientists are still trying to solve, and a yearly battle for wildlife carers who work to save these birds. But for all the trouble they get into, lorikeets are incredibly important for the health of the forest. As they fly from flower to flower, drinking nectar, their faces and the feathers on their heads get completely dusted with pollen. When they fly to the next tree, they carry that pollen with them. This makes them some of the most important pollinators for many of Australia's native trees, like eucalyptus and bottlebrush. They are accidental gardeners, ensuring the forests stay healthy and diverse. And a big part of their personality is being smart, playful, and incredibly social. They live in large, chaotic, and very noisy flocks. If you've ever been near a tree full of lorikeets at sunset, you know the sound. It's a constant stream of high-pitched screeches, squawks, and whistles as they all squabble and socialize. They are bold, cheeky, and full of life, which is why they are one of Australia's most beloved and loudest birds. So, the lorikeet is a true flying rainbow. It's a specialized nectar eater with a built-in paintbrush on its tongue. This diet of flowers can sometimes get them into trouble, making them seem drunk and clumsy. But they are also vital pollinators that help keep the forests alive, all while living a loud, chaotic, and colorful life. If you want to meet more of nature's most colorful and crazy characters, make sure you subscribe.